Hi everyone, and welcome to the 74th Annual Hunger Games, and this is going to be by far my most favorite series yet. So if you do not know what the Hunger Games is, I'm pretty sure you can go on Google and research it, you can read summaries on it, you can look at the website, and there's probably a million videos about it out there, but here's my first one. The Hunger Games is a book by Suzanne Collins, who writes about this country called Panem, which is basically our today in the future. So it's basically like after we're all gone, we're all disappeared, we've killed each other off, the only people, well, killed each other off, the people who are left, and you don't really know if it's outside, like outside of America is any other civilization, you don't hear about that. In the United States, which is now called Panem, the country is divided into 13 districts. District 13, though, was obliterated by the capital for defying and causing a rebellion. The capital almost lost control during the rebellion, but was able to get everything back together and control it by destroying the District 13, which at the time housed their nuclear weapons. The only reason they were able to destroy them is because they have backup weapons in District 2. I believe it is District 2. Yes. So every year from then on, the capital has made a show of the districts. Every year, and it has been going on for 74 years, every year, two, what are they called? They're victors in the end. Two contestants are chosen from every district, Districts 1 through Districts 12. One boy and one girl. Once you turn a certain age, you get your number put in the ballot a certain amount of times, and you can go in and also add your name multiple times to get grain and oil for your family. Which means that in the poor districts, which the districts decrease in economic closure, basically, as they go down. So District 1 is, basically like the richest district, whereas District 12 is the poorest. So therefore, in the more poor districts, the more entries there are. My voice just changed majorly. Oh my god. In the poorer districts, the more, not nominees, but the more times your name you have, the more, paper you have in the thing. When you win the Hunger Games, and there's only one winner, you become a victor, and you are looked upon in your district almost as royalty. Now, the Hunger Games is where the 24 contestants, the two from each district, each boy and girl from each district, are thrown into an arena. You have no idea what the arena is going to look like. Only the board knows. So for this Hunger Games, Seneca Crane is the Hunger Games director. He knows the arena. He knows what's going to look like. He knows what's going to happen in there. He knows the different difficulties they're going to face, the different obstacles they're going to have to overcome, and he's basically the game maker. He controls the whole arena. They are chosen and they are shipped off to the capital, which is the head of all of Panem. The capital is even richer than District 1, and it is where everybody is just kind of more materialistic. They thrive on the idea of money, of fame, fortune, material objects. So in the capital, where all of these contestants are shipped off to on a luxury train, they sit in a training center. Well, the training center is in the very bottom, the basement of the building. Each level, each story of the building is where your district resides. So District 1, or Level 1 is where the District 1 contestants are, and so on and so forth up to the top. Now, Peeta and Katniss, who are chosen from District 12, are on the very top of the tower. You don't really communicate too much with your competitors outside of the arena because it is a competition. You have a, what are they called? A team where they make you over, they make sponsors want to sponsor you and give you supplies and give you, things you need to live in the arena. Because when it comes down to it, when you get in that arena, one person comes out and you must kill each and every one of your opponents. In the Hunger Games, Katniss and Peeta end up falling in love and make the games change a bit. They cause a few issues and end up causing their own rebellion along the way, even though it is accidental and they must face the consequences of it. And that's where the second book, Catching Fire, and the third book, Mockingjay, continue that story. Now, from the trailer of the movie, things have been altered a little bit, and that's always going to happen in movies. But luckily for us who have read the books, who have fallen in love with the story of Katniss and Peeta, and who have, stayed up at night reading the books with the adrenaline pumping in our bodies as we hear about, Cato being killed by the other district mutants, by, Katniss getting attacked by the Tracker Jackers after she sets them down on Peeta and the Capital Kids, the careers. You sort of get enveloped in her writing. She gives you so much imagery, and Suzanne Collins was also able to take her writing, her books, and bring them to life further because she was able to write the script for the movie. So the movie's going to be incredible. The book is easy to read in a week and a half. It comes out on the 23rd of the movie. It's about that big, not that hard to read, and it's one of those books that envelops you, where you want to keep reading. You don't want to set it down at night, even though you need your sleep. So I've taken the book that so many of us have fallen in love with, and I have started to create it into, cosmetic art. I want to take my own interpretation, and yes, a million other beauty gurus are doing this, but not all of us are going to have the same looks. Also, not something all of us are doing is I am doing the 13 districts and the capital. So the first video you will see is District 13, which has been, killed off and obliterated by the capital for defying it and for causing a rebellion. But I thought that because it's mentioned in the book, and it was at one point there, why not do it? So I will be doing Districts 13 all the way up to District 1, and then the capital will be the last video. Now, one thing that is different with this series is that there will be multiple videos up a day for the Hunger Games series. I haven't quite worked out the schedule yet, but there will be multiple videos up so that on the day of the release, the capital tutorial will be up and you will be able to see that. Now, the capital tutorial will obviously be the most outrageous, the most dramatic, the one that displays things more, flamboyant, so to say. Because, like I said, the capital is just, it's almost the Las Vegas of the other districts, because they are so rich, they have so much money. It's sort of like the Hollywood Las Vegas, where it's like more of a show. You want, I'm going to display the districts, sort of how they are, what they do, and also how the people are portrayed. So, say for District 13, which is the one that will be up today, is, or tomorrow rather, because I'm putting this video up on a Tuesday so that you guys can kind of get ahead of the series. Tomorrow's video is District 13. District 13 was known for making the nuclear weapons for the capital, as I previously said. So I took what I think of when I think of nuclear weapons, and I put that on my face. Now, for District 12, it'll be a mixture of what they are used for and also the contestants and sort of, the main characters from there. So it will be more of a It'll be because they mine coal for a living, and that's what their district does. It'll be a very dark, sultry look, but it'll also have, very dramatic makeup because of Effie Trinket. It'll be darker, more harsher contoured because of Haymitch, because he is more of a harsh character. There will be a very glowy, bright highlight because Peeta is such a bright personality, and he is so, throughout the whole book series, he is just there for Katniss. And, even when he is, taken by the Capitol later on in the series, he does, overcome it and come back and is that same bright person that he was before once he is cured. And then it'll also be sort of fiery, and it'll have shots of like red and orange mixed into it, because when you read the book and you read how his name is evading me, her headmaster, her head crew for, not Seneca, I'll annotation it below because I know it's going to come to me, but how he creates Katniss and Peeta to look as they go on that parade in where she becomes the girl on fire. That smoldering, fire glow. I want to display that, and each thing will sort of be different, and it'll have a little, talk in the beginning of how I, took this look that was in my head and displayed it for you guys to see. So, The Hunger Games is an incredible book. It's an incredible series. If you have not read it, I highly recommend it. It beats Twilight out, and I am a huge Twilight fanatic. I wish the series could have continued, because in the end you find it could just continue and could become amazing. But that's how so many books are, and it has to come full circle at one point. So I highly recommend going out and getting the first book at least. You can finish it in no time. Like I said, it's not a big book. So this is going to be my Hunger Games series. So I hope you enjoy it, the 74th Hunger Games, and may the odds be ever in your favor.